With all of us shopping so much online today, you want to check out reviews before you buy. What if many are fake? That's our Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin, and joining us is the CEO of Fakespot, Saoud Khalifah. Thanks for taking the time, Saoud.
Thank you for having me.
So give us the overview of the problem here, how widespread this is.
Well, reviews are a very critical part of our, daily lives, to be quite honest with you, especially as our lives get very intertwined with the digital realms. We look at reviews before we buy anything online, before we buy an add to cart on Amazon, before we book that next vacation. We look at those little stars. But what if those stars and those reviews are not real? What if the people that are writing those reviews have been paid off, or there are bots just, generating those reviews? That's the crux of the problem. And unfortunately for us, this problem has been worsening in the last couple of years. And at Fakespot, so our company specializes in detecting fake reviews using artificial intelligence. We have a free-to-use Chrome extension and browser extension suite of products. We also have really powerful mobile apps that will look at the product you're viewing on Amazon, or the business you're looking at on Yelp and TripAdvisor. And we give a very simple to digest grade from an A to an F. A meaning you can trust the reviews. There's a majority of trustworthy reviews. F meaning there's a lot of deceptive reviews and you should tread with caution. So we've been, analyzing this trend with reviews. So I actually launched the website in January 2015. So we've been doing this now about 6 years. And we've accumulated vast amounts of data where we can actually analyze the trends with reviews on all these platforms. And is this problem worsening? Is it getting better? For some platforms, it is. For some platforms, it's been pretty stagnant. The amount hasn't been going up and down, but the problem is still there. But the unfortunate trend is that the amount of fake reviews extrapolated online is just getting worse. And, that's a worrying trend, because people are starting not to trust the content they see online or they read online, whether it's a comment, review, the upvote, downvote that you're seeing on a comment. All of that can be gamed and gamified by fraudsters. And that's what we specialize in at Fakespot. We're building AI technology that detects these fraudulent patterns.
So how did this come about? Why did you do this? Did you get burned on a purchase, or what happened?
Yes, that's actually the story. So I actually bought this supplement in Christmas 2014, right before the launch of this website. And it was some supplement that was promising really good recovery time for exercise and stuff like that. So I, looked at the rating, hundreds of 5-star reviews. So I'm like, okay, I trust all the ratings here. I did the one-click checkout, got the product in 2 days. And in physical form, this product looked like someone made it in a garage as a side project. So to me, I was like, okay, there's something off here. And then as I opened the packaging up and I looked at the pill content, it looked like someone just swooped in sawdust from a wood shop, woodwork shop. So I was like, okay, why are there hundreds of 5-star reviews? This makes no sense. So I went back and I looked at all those reviews and I took a closer look, and I noticed that either they had broken grammar, broken English, there were typos all over the place. So bots were writing those reviews, and some of them made no sense, but they were just 5 stars. And some of them were actual, they made sense, but they were people that were paid off by the seller or the brand to write that 5-star review. And back then it was actually much cheaper to generate fake reviews as it is today. And we can talk about that a little bit later. But so there were 2 categories. There was bot generated reviews and there human generated fake reviews. So that's when the idea for Fakespot actually sprung to my mind. I said to myself, okay, I've been doing AI and NLP for the last couple of years. Let's try to emulate what I just did with my brain and process text and try to understand if there's a deception within these reviews. And at that time, there was no such website on the internet where you put in the product and it will spit out a grade within, 30 to 1 minute, 30 seconds to 1 minute. And we do this in real time. We will actually consume all the reviews and all the reviewer information and a sample of them, and then we will spit out a grade telling you if you should trust those reviews or not. And we will automate this, this vetting process of the veracity of those textual content. So that's when the idea started. And I did get burned. I did get scammed on Amazon, and I was actually quite shocked why the platforms weren't doing anything. So from that time to now, I have a couple more points in my understanding why the platforms don't take care of this issue as much as they should. Obviously, there's a lot of different factors here, but there's also it's kind of a wild west. The legalities around this, it's not as clear cut. So there are a lot of aspects to fake reviews that have not been put in stone with regards to the government and consumer law, but also a lot of these bigger companies have exploited this and use it to their advantage for their growth. And this is very much a gray area zone in certain cases.
So it's not just a matter of it being difficult for them to determine which reviews are fake and which are not.
Well, so they do combat some parts of fake reviews. The low-hanging fruit that are like, let's say, broken English or there are typos all over the place. Amazon have more than the capability to actually tackle that. And so what about Google? They have Google reviews on Google Maps and stuff like that. They have the tech stacks to detect that. But the problem is when you have the human-generated fake reviews, which is what we actually specialize in, it gets more daunting, and to detect those kinds of reviews, it's very difficult. It's a very complex task. So with Fakespot, what we do is we have a database of 10 billion reviews, and we've analyzed 1.4 billion reviewer profiles. It's a huge number. Just to give you like a comparison, TripAdvisor has 700 million reviews worldwide, and we have 10 billion reviews in our repository. Why is that important? Because we can actually throw this data into our models, and those models will find patterns of how the fraud is evolving over time. And you better believe it that this is a very much a cowboy and bandits game. Every year there are new techniques springing into the fore, and our system actually detects that ahead of the curve. So those types of fraud is much more difficult because we're actually cross-referencing reviews from many different platforms across the internet. And as far as we know, a lot of these platforms don't do that. And there's also the priority. So like a lot of these companies, their main mission is not, oh, we're going to remove all the fake reviews on our platform. It's probably, let's say tertiary or even lower on the list as a mission. It's not the primary mission. And when that is not your primary mission, you will not do as good of a job as, like, for example, Fakespot. Fakespot, this is our only mission.
So tell us how consumers can use Fakespot. You're an app and you're also a browser plugin, right?
Yeah, we're really easy to use. So just go to fakespot.com, and we will have a landing page showing what we support on the computer you're on. So if you're using Google Chrome, we have a very powerful Chrome extension that you can download from the Chrome web store. And that extension just gets added into your browser. And what happens is we can then, in real time, as you browse Amazon.com, you type in Amazon.com, you go to a product, we will show our grades everywhere on the page. So you don't waste your time just looking at those reviews and trying to figure out if they're fake or not. We automate that whole process. We also have a very powerful filter search function in our extension where if you're searching for a product on Amazon, you can sort by most authentic reviews to least authentic reviews. So you could sort those search results. So we save you a lot of time and money and frustration with those fake reviews, because if you do end up buying a product that has a fake review, you will be disappointed. It does not match what those reviews say, just like I was many years ago when I was scammed. And then on the mobile front, we have a very powerful iOS and Android app called Fakespot Pro. And it basically brings that extension experience onto your phone. And it's you can call it like a type of browser. You type in Amazon.com, and we will actually show the grade, the Fakespot guard. So if the seller you're buying from is going to sell you a counterfeit, we will warn you. So if you're going to buy a fake AirPod, we will show a red badge and tell you, hey, warning, this seller may sell you a counterfeit based off everything we know about the seller. And then we also summarize the reviews. So you don't need to go and scroll through the reviews. We actually have this really powerful feature called Fakespot Highlights. And Fakespot Highlights summarizes those reviews into 5 categories that pertain the most for e-commerce. So like things that should be interested in: the quality of the product, the shipping of the product, the competitiveness of the product, the packaging and the appearance. So we will diagnose all these issues and summarize them in really easy to understand points. So, we're available everywhere. We're available on Google Chrome and all the other Chromium-based browsers. So Microsoft Edge is an example, Brave browser is an example, and we are soon releasing a Safari extension. So if you're using Safari on Mac OS, our Safari extension is also just as powerful as the Google Chrome one. And then we have the iOS and Android apps.
Do users pay for the apps or the service?
No, it's free to use. You don't need to pay for our service. It's you just install it and you're ready to go.
So how is it that people would wonder, okay, how do you make money as a business?
So that's a very interesting question. So over the years, at the beginning of this journey with the company, we actually we served ads on our Fakespot report. So if you landed on fakespot.com and you were looking at a business or product, we would just show ads there, and that's how we made a lot of our money in the early days. Fortunately, since then, we've raised more capital, and we're very much a growth-oriented startup. So the classical stereotype from Silicon Valley. And we're also very fortunate that we have investors that believe in what we're doing, believe in the mission that we're doing here and protecting consumers and actually providing a product and a platform that does this through state-of-the-art AI. So for us, it's very important to actually prioritize our users' data and their privacy, because I would not want my own data to be monetized or anything like that. And that's the way of the platforms of today. Most of those platforms that were launched 10 years ago, a la, Facebook or whatever, they use your data for their advantage, and then they bombard you with ads and recommendations and whatever. So we're right now pre-revenue because we're still trying to figure out how can we monetize this. And like I said, we're very fortunate that we have investors that back us in this regard. We believe we have a good way going forward that we'll probably launch next year, where we can monetize the platform in a way that respects users' values and users' rights. Because I'm very much in the corner of the consumer and very much in the corner of your data should be your data. And this is what the next chapter of the internet demands. We shouldn't be, letting these platforms know who we sleep with, what medical conditions we have, where we live, how we're feeling. That shouldn't be the case.
But what kind of data then would you be able to use that would allow you to make money while still respecting people's privacy?
So not user-oriented data. We would be using probably our the product data that we have, or any information that we've received from the categories we're looking. So for a very simple example, we could provide recommendations on our website that are kind of like a la Wirecutter or Consumer Reports. So we're still trying to figure that out. And maybe we would be able to get a commission of those recommendations and things like that. So it's very much up still in the air of what exactly that would look like. We've had experiments here and there. That experiment I just mentioned to you, we've done that and it has worked well. So we may just, amplify that and launch it on our website. But we're still trying to figure that out. For us, it's still not a priority. We're very much focused on the technology that we're building. And then at the right moment, we would like to focus on the monetization. Obviously, we're still a business, we're a private enterprise, and we will need to get revenue in to build a much larger success story here. And that's a very critical aspect of the journey. So for now, we're still very much focused on the technology and very much focused on delivering a product that brings a stellar experience when you're shopping online, because a lot of these platforms won't protect you. They don't care if you're reading fake reviews. They don't care if you're going to get a counterfeit. Everything is retroactive. Like, you get a fake product, okay, please return it to me, A to Z guarantee. Okay, then you get another product and it's fake again. I mean, on and on that problem goes.
You've taken a look at which reviews on retailer sites are the most unreliable and reliable as well. What have you found?
Yeah, so we actually just released a report on our analysis on fake reviews across the internet and across different marketplaces and platforms. So we looked at the biggest platforms in e-commerce in the United States-based market, and we examined Walmart, Amazon, Best Buy. And we try to take a percentage of, the average of fake reviews that we would find in our analysis on these platforms. So the summary is we looked from 2018 to 2020. We did not add 2021 yet for the general overview percentage because Black Friday is still coming up and Christmas is coming up. And when that happens, the amount of fake reviews just goes up. It goes ballistic because the competitiveness around this season is quite mind-boggling. So we noticed that the problem of fake reviews is just getting worse. And 2018, it was about 21.6% average of fake reviews. And then that's across all marketplaces that we support. And then in 2019, we have 32.5%. And then in 2020, it went a couple percentage points down to 30.9%. So not good. 30% of the reviews that you're seeing online are not reliable and not trustworthy. So that's quite a bit of a problem. And then when you zoom into this data and we look at the average aggregate from 2018 to 2021 to this point before the Black Friday Christmas season, we're measuring the amount of fake reviews on Walmart, Amazon, Best Buy. Walmart has the worst problem with fake reviews. It's at 37.6%. Amazon is at 27.3%. And Best Buy has the best, in this case, the lowest amount of fake reviews at 8.1%. Best Buy actually does a really good job in filtering out the fake reviews on their platform.
Very interesting. So for more information, people should go to fakespot.com, or they can find the Fakespot app from Apple or Google, Android. And congratulations on what you're doing. And we look forward to hearing what's next from you.
Thank you very much, Fred. It was a true pleasure.